Quando si pensa di acquistare un'imbarcazione, si resta attratti da quelle più belle, oppure da quelle più veloci.
When you think of buying a boat, you are usually drawn to the most beautiful or the fastest, or even those from the most imaginative designers. But then most people don't actually buy any of these boats because reason prevails and they choose a boat that has some of these features and perhaps an advantageous price.
Se siete d'accordo con questo concetto,
If you agree with this concept, then the Endurance 30, built by CRANCHI, may interest you. Those in the sailing world know of this shipyard, or better said, know this brand. The shipyard, in fact, should be visited in order to understand what goes into building each of their boats. From processes that have no equal in all of the nautical field come quality products at a competitive price. To this, we add their enormous experience and expertise, and the result is models appreciated and sold on all continents. The Endurance 30 is a real walk-around, i.e. a model where you can actually move around on the deck. The bow area is easily accessible via walkways that are well protected, at the centre of which is the traditional sun deck. The steering position is also easy to circumvent. This way, both the pilot and navigator can move around freely. Doesn't this kitchen make you want to have a picnic on the sea? In front of it, there's a sofa, and you can add a table and seat up to 4 people by pulling out a seat. It is a perfect boat for 4 people because there are 2 sun decks and each of them fits at least 2 people. Also below deck there are 4 sleeping positions. At the bow, a double bed is attained by combining the 2 sofas arranged in a V, and under the cockpit there is another bed for 2. The interior height is more than sufficient in both the entranceway and in the bathroom.
prima di iniziare il test, voglio ricordarvi che questo è uno dei modelli.
Before we start the trial, I want to remind you that this is one of the smallest models in the CRANCHI line, but it is built with the same materials, the same techniques, and the same attention as the larger yacht, and this gives me a certain sense of quality security.
Sull'Endurance 30 potete scegliere ben 5 diverse.
On the Endurance 30 you can choose from 5 different engines, ranging from the 300 horsepower D4 diesel engine to a pair of 200 horsepower D3s, all from Volvo Penta. So from 300 to 400 horsepower diesel, single or twin engines. In between there are 3 petrol choices from 300 to 350 horses. In short, a wide range. On this model, we have a V8 petrol engine with 320 horsepower, the 5.7 GXI.
Come si fa a scegliere quello giusto?
How do you choose the right one? Just like with a car, if you go only a few miles from port and back, a petrol engine is okay. If instead you go on long voyages, well, maybe the diesel is better.
Un pilota partirebbe così.
A pilot would start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, and we are planing. The revolutions rise quickly, as does the speedometer. We are at 5,000 RPM and at a speed of... Oh, no, wait a minute. We don't drive like this. We need to first take care of the passengers, to make sure that they are seated comfortably and safely, and then we can speed up. If I lower the trim and reduce the speed, I can find the minimum planing speed, about 10.5 knots. It is satisfying to feel that when you touch the gas, the boat reacts immediately. It is a splendid day here in the North Adriatic Sea, even if it is a bit cold. Sailing in the winter is nevertheless beautiful, and even more so with a boat like this. It is very enjoyable. 3,400 RPM, 20 knots as a cruising speed is not bad.
Il fatto è che questi 8 cilindri a V
The fact is, when this V8 receives a bit more gas, it becomes even aggressive, and you can feel it roar.
Mi sono portato a 4.000 giri minuto e adesso la velocità è di 27 nodi. La barca è leggera sull'acqua.
I have brought us to 4,000 RPM, and now the speed is 27 knots. The boat is light on the water and can be controlled beautifully because it is very precise. And even I can do manoeuvres that are a bit more dangerous. But I understand how to control them, to choose the angle of attack for every wave, even at the last minute, to better navigate when the sea is a bit rough.
Queste evoluzioni in scia.
These turns into the wake of another boat are necessary to test the hull, but are very dangerous. We are only doing them now because this is a trial.
Credevo che a centroscafo.
I thought that at midships, where they have to enlarge the V to give space for the cabin, the hull was too flat and it would slam the waves. It is not so, however. I can cut through the waves nicely. The sea is calm, there are no waves, I can increase the trim and go full throttle.
Ho sentito un bip, è il fuorigiri del motore. Sì, perché siamo.
I heard a bip. It was the engine's overspeed, because we are just at 5,000 RPM and the speed is 35.5 knots, and this is the maximum performance for the Endurance 30, at least with this type of engine.
Se scegliete potenze più elevate, per esempio anche la coppia di motori da 200 cavalli ciascuno diesel, i D3,
if you choose the more powerful engine, for example, even the pair of 200 horsepower D3 diesels, you would reach even higher speeds. But take care, because the cost of different engines on a boat like this size has quite an effect on the cost. I believe that this is the best configuration. For me, it's just right.